So there's a lot of news headlines going around about us heading towards a possible recession. There's not going to be, possible isn't even the word. There's going to be some kind of event, economic collapse or something. Guys, they've been kicking this can down the road for 2 years now. They've been doing this ever since the pandemic started, and we're starting to feel the effects of it a little bit, starting with, the gas prices. That's what everybody's talking about, gas prices, gas prices. So it's deeper than just gas prices going up. This is just the first step, guys. All right, so like, your purchasing power is really what you need to be worried about. Like, you're seeing it already. Like, gas is $50 when it was only $20 a few months ago. That's your purchasing power. Your purchasing power is dwindling, and it's not just because of the war that's going on. Yes, that's a black swan event, and it is having an impact on the economy, but it's just like the icing on the cake as to what the government's been doing with the money already. Guys, when the pandemic first started, we thought a depression, a recession, economic collapse, whatever you want to call it, crash. We thought that was going to happen. Everybody was locked down. Do you understand that? Businesses, people couldn't work. They couldn't do anything. This was something totally new. It was killing people. So they locked everything down, and it just strangled the economy. Like, okay, so they decide what's an option. They hit the money printer. Trillions of dollars pumped into the economy. They're buying bonds. They're keeping the stock market afloat. They're sending out stimulus, stimulating the economies. They send out stimulus checks to people. So, but when you print that much money, they printed more money in a few months, in a matter of a few months, than they have since World War II. Like, there's going to be consequences to things like that, man. You can't just, oh my God, man. Inflation is the greatest assassin we have ever seen. And now people are just now trying to figure out what to do about it, or they're panicking about it. This has been happening since the beginning. Everybody wants to jump for joy when that stimulus check is out, but then they want to complain when gas prices are sky high. All right, so anyway, what should you do if we are, okay, I say plan ahead. So if we are headed toward a recession or something even close to it, you need to start really planning, because this is like, you're going to see some of the greatest buying opportunities ever. Some are saying this is even like the Great Reset. I'm not going to get into the conspiracy, all that. Just look up Great Reset. It's basically where, like, it's kind of like what happened with the dot-com bubble. If you don't know what that is, just Google dot-com bubble. It's like basically when the internet first boomed and all these companies were basically attaching themselves to like dot-coms, basically because that was like the popular thing. Like if you had dot-com, or you were saying your business was going to be launched on the internet or something like that, then your stock would rise pretty much. So, and it's kind of, I feel like that's kind of where we're at right now with everything from, and I'm not just talking about crypto, I'm just talking about innovative technologies, period. When the pandemic first hit, look at Zoom. Nobody was really Zoom like that. It was a select group of people that were using Zoom for like conference calls and things like that. When everybody went on lockdown, everyone had to use that technology. They had to. It's going to be the same thing. That was the solution for everyone being locked down. How can you communicate? How can you employees still communicate with employers? Stuff like that. And that was the solution. And innovative technology was the solution to that. And I feel like crypto, or Bitcoin, and to be specific, is going to be the solution to this money problem. It's going to fix the money, man. Like, I feel like it's actually going to be worse than what people are thinking is going to be, because the government is not stepping in to save us this time. There's not going to be a stimulus, at least as far as I know. I don't think it's going to sound crazy, I don't think they can afford to pump out another trillion in stimulus checks again. They've been talking about spiking interest rates to get a hold of inflation. So I mean, they only have two choices here, guys. They either are going to let the economy collapse and just let us just free fall into a recession and kind of let the market just go through it and correct itself and like I said, reset and build back up from there, like on some phoenix rising from the ashes type stuff. Excuse me. Or they're going to say, wait, no, we got this war going on over here. And then it's a political aspect to it, and I'm not going to get into all that. But politically, it's going to look real bad if they just let the economy just crash, just die out, right? So I feel like they're going to do something they're either going to like delay the interest, spiking the interest rates, or we may get another stimulus, or they may start saving these companies. Who knows what they're going to do? I just can't see them just letting the economy collapse. Every time the economy goes bad, or there's some issues with the money, what's always the solution? Hit the button, the money printer, print more money. How do we fix this? We print more money to fix the issues that were caused by printing the money in the first place. Like, oh my God. So anyway, right now, guys, is when you really want to like strap in and really like be smart in this, because there are going to be some of the, okay, what is, and Warren Buffett is not a crypto fanatic, even though his company's invested in Bitcoin. But what is the great saying that he said? Be greedy when others are fearful when others are greedy. There's going to be some crazy opportunities in this. There's going to be a lot of companies that die out and all this too. And I'm talking about crypto, I'm talking about projects, NFTs. You're going to see a lot of that stuff die out in this recession, just like the dot-com bubble. All those companies that make it in that dot-com bubble, like when Yahoo bought I forgot, it was a broadcast company from Mark Cuban. That's how Mark Cuban became a billionaire, was in the dot-com bubble. Yahoo came through, they bought his company. It was like a broadcasting streaming, something like that. He was something different, but it didn't make it. But but what I'm trying to say is, even with his company that was sold to Yahoo, even though it didn't succeed, he became a billion, like, he made billions in the bubble, when the bubble popped. So there's going to be opportunities in this, even though the world's going to be going crazy and burning around you. Just keep your eyes focused on the market. Look at the opportunities that are going to be there, because like I said, the tide's going to rise eventually. The market's not going to stay down forever. Now, the uncertainty of this war, we don't know how long it's going to last. We don't know what's going to result from this invasion, but there are going to be companies that thrive from this. Innovation is the solution. Innovative technologies is the solution to this problem. So keep stacking sats, guys. Don't lose focus. When you see your portfolio start to dwindle down, don't just have a panic attack. Sit back, zoom out. When in doubt, zoom out, right? And just kind of make smart plays. Be smart in this, man. You don't want to be if you want to make the smartest plays you can during a crisis or a disaster, because it's going to be tough enough just trying to make it through the recession. You don't want to, once the recession is over, be still stuck in the same position. So, and that's not financial advice, but man, this is crazy. Like, okay, look at companies like when the pandemic first hit, Uber, DoorDash, I already said Zoom, Tesla. Look at Tesla. Okay, everything that's going on with oil and gas and all this stuff, they're going to make a crazy push towards like renewable energies and EVs, which is electric vehicles. So that's what I'm saying. It's going to be things like that, innovative technologies that are going to fix these issues. We can't get our fuel from there. Fine, we'll use cars that don't use fuel or something like that. Like, there's so many options and solutions in innovative technologies, because it's new. It's something we've never seen before. So anyway, I know I'm going on a bit of a rant. It hurts my heart, man, because I know people are going to suffer in this, and the people who have the money to invest and the ones who are accumulating and obtaining assets during this decline in our economy, they're going to come out on top. I can't remember the exact statistic, but people made more money during the pandemic than they have ever made. Like, I think it was we've seen more billionaires created during the pandemic than we have ever seen any time in history. Like, look at the amount of money that Elon made. He became the richest man in history recently. Like, but the world is in shambles. Like, think about that. So just look for buying opportunities, play it smart. Don't panic when you see your portfolio going down, because like I said, there's usually some kind of like, there's a parallel between the stock market and the crypto market. But depending on how this goes, people may just start transferring their wealth into something that's not attached to the government, something the government can't control, something they can't just print at will and just destroy your purchasing power. So anyway, keep stacking sats, guys. Be safe out there. Be smart, play it smart, invest smart, and I'll see you later.